Whoa! What? What? What?
That's interesting.
To be fair, it's a blade armor builder. So
Yeah, he is going to be rushing blade armor.
anybody that builds blade armor,
Yeah, he's not playing for the penalty zone. He's playing for blade armor.
He's just gonna tank it, right?
Yeah.
He's gonna go full tank. Hit me if you want.
Yeah, exactly.
If you dare.
I'm assuming the conversation went like this. We need a blade armor hero. Edith, Glue. What about Terizla? Oh, it's even tankier. All right,
Yeah.
pick it.
The tankiest, maybe.
Yeah,
Is he like
probably is.
tankier than Galoo at this point? Like with the spell vamp and the blade
No,
armor?
I'd still consider Glue tankier. But I
Glue's
mean,
still tankier.
okay, numbers-wise, everything's going to lean towards Twisted, considering that there is like barely any numbers on... There's no numbers on Terizla for this season, as this is his debut pick. It looks like it could go well, but a part of me is thinking this Terizla might be a little bit too crazy.
Yeah.
A little bit too crazy.
I would
agree.
not be surprised if this goes game 3, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
It's a big swerve. My worry is that it's played into CC and Kimmy. It could still work.
Mobile Legends.
But honestly, they have to sync up with the duo mid. This Hylos and Zushin need to be able to rotate towards that XP lane of ONIC Philippines.
So it's not CC Gold crazy, but it's almost there. Is that what you're
Yeah.
thinking?
A little bit.
You could put a question mark next to it, like an
Yeah.
asterisk.
All right.
An asterisk is good.
Let's see what's gonna happen. It's not as bad. It used to be one of the premier XP laners of the league. Yeah, definitely it's gonna be a different story. It's a different meta as well. Let's see how that affects the game.
It is considered to be one of like the XP counters against the Beatrix. Those two, like Yuzong and Terizla, those were the biggest answers against the Beatrix back in the day.
Yeah. Let's see if Kirk is actually going to rush the blade armor. I like how he's handling the lane against Lansu.
True.
Something I learned myself. If you're a Terizla going up against CC in lane, just don't be scared. You do have the body of Smith advantage. The damage of Lansu and the CC will need to be respected, but you can trade with him with HP.
Yeah, and also
Sometimes, yeah, it's kind of scary if your HP goes down, but then you realize, oh, I'm tough.
yeah. And the fact of the matter is, if you land the first skill, you actually win that trade as a Terizla.
Yeah.
Get a movement speed buff, you hit the second skills onto the CC, you also make it so that he has to manage waves, and as a CC, you don't want that.
Kaloy goes in. Ooh, good trade steps by King Kong. Get on out. Good trade at the center of the map. Just for damage. Clearing out the minion waves. Just housekeeping right now for both sides.
That's right. At this point, Sensui still has a bit of an advantage over the YSS. Obviously, the YSS Neat is very item dependent as well as a jungler. So they might want to take this early turtle. They don't want to give it away too much. They want to give resources, right?
Yeah.
Let's see if they decide to do that right here.
Kirk's actually won the lane against CC, so this is a big plus for ONIC.
King Kong traceless out. Sensui still in the pit. King Kong. The other members. Oh, penalty zone plus a blinker coming in by Kirk. Traction pulse not going to land exactly. Brusco gets stopped. He has to revitalize up, but it looks like this Hylo's going to be the first one to fall. Kaloy gets him down. First blood for this Kalea. ONIC Philippines are slowly losing this fight. They are way too tanky and sustained in the damage. Twisted wins the first turtle.
Yeah, this is why you put an asterisk towards the Terizla. You land the penalty zone. Problem is your backline is getting curtain called, and then traction pulls, and then you don't even need to use the heavy spin for the Akai. You just naturally just walk up, because for ONIC Philippines, they're scared of getting crowd controlled.
Yeah, casually using their advantage. That's Twisted. Nice steal from Nausea as well.
Cheeky. Oh, Tsunami slam right up to Brusco. Here comes a heavy spin as well. Full combo. This high loss is not going to go anywhere. And Twisted Minds with signs of life. Here comes King Kong as well for the damage, but he gets traction pulse back.
Oh.
Penalty zone. The help from Kirk is not going to be enough to keep King Kong alive. And just like that, Twisted Minds have completely taken control of this game. 5-0 within 3 minutes, 2,000 plus in the gold lead.
This is really starting to look like a CC Gold situation, folks. Man, Twisted knows that they are ahead. They know the power spike of this this lineup they have, and they are not afraid to use it.
Man, Twisted, they have such an amazing aura. Like, these players, they don't care. They don't care if you won M6. Sean uses the traction pulse all over to King Kong, punishes the YSS for not having the traceless in that fight. And look at Nausea!
What?
All right, a little bit too brave already. Use the dash and flicker out. He gets stunned and everything gets thrown at him. A little bit too greedy, Nausha, and he gets punished.
Yeah.
I like the bravery. I don't appreciate the greed.
Did he just dash forward?
Yeah, he did.
He dashed
He
forward.
tried to win the matchup against Keldra.
Too much,
Under the
man.
tower, Bandit's Rage, he would not have gotten that kill. The damage reduction is still online.
You don't want to be too flashy against a player like Kelra, who is #1 right now on the Harif, apparently.
To be fair, though, it is a tempting matchup. Like, if you're the Beatrix, you know you just win the trade. But there's a scaling factor to it. Like, for Twisted Minds, they don't mind playing the late game against ONIC Philippines. Even though you see their lineup, like, it's scary to fight into YSS and Harith in the late game. They just have better, I would say, team fight for Twisted Minds because of the fact that there's a heavy spin.
Okay. Kelder's still going to be able to get the last hit on the crab coin. Let's see if King Kong will be able to get here in time. As Twisted Minds have already started things. Glory's pathway to cut off Lansu gets a stun. They want to help King Kong get close to this, but Sensui and the rest of Twisted Minds cannot let go of it. Kaloi jumps in, and what a heavy spin by Sensui. He drops down Kirk, but then there goes an entry by Kaloi. He still gets the title strike and Tsunami Slam on to Kirk.
That's a very decent DPS as well coming in from Nausea from the back line. So some of that farm really coming into play here. And ONIC, again, they're trying to struggle to feed more gold to Kelra at this point.
I'm going to be honest, this Kimmy's giving a lot of problems to ONIC Philippines. Alongside a Curtain Skull, it's kind of hard to dodge the Traction Pulse combo from Twisted Minds. That's why, like, again, even if you land the penalty zone, it doesn't cover your front line because they could just bypass the back line here for Twisted Minds.
I guess you could say we're seeing...
What is this build?
Where is it?
What is the Brute Force doing on the Terizla?
Oh. Huh. Definitely not... That's not the first item... That's not the first item that you want to be that all for Terizla. Especially in the game with a Kimi on it.
It's like you want to be able to move more, deal a bit more damage, but...
If you hit him.
If you hit him, but that's not what you need right now.
That is a damage build. You're correct.
Okay, let's see if Twisted Minds can continue to capitalize on this. Radiant Armor is built up here by Sensui. Should help him out a little bit more in terms of the damage.
I am so flabbergasted.
It's confusing because that's a hero you expect to rush the Blade Armor on.
Like, what is this? What am I seeing?
Maybe a Dreadnought armor first and then go to Blade, maybe.
Yeah, I would have understood if you, like, get Queen's Wings first item.
Queen's Wings would have been fine.
Brute Force against this lineup is crazy. Against a CC, against a Kimi.
Yep.
ONIC, they don't have a front line, basically. Brusco has to stand alone. But problem is, he's not even rushing any Blade Armor. He's trying to get his hands on a Silence Robe, maybe even complete the the Radiant Armor into a Dreadnought for the CC. But because of that, they lose early game. There's no more Death Bolt for ONIC. It's all scaling for Twisted.
Yeah, Twisted Minds can keep this up. It's gonna be hard to see them slip up into this unless ONIC find a Hail Mary play and then turn around. But Twisted Minds can just play this fundamentally. And good old textbook macro, push into the minion waves, build advantage, play for Lord. The opposing team cannot heavily contest Lord safely anyway.
Yes.
And ONIC will not even be able to defend the second tower up top healthily.
Yeah.
King Kong is now resorting to just invading the opposing jungle bottom side to try and get farm alongside pushing it.
Yeah, split tactics I think is actually the correct way to do this at the same time.
It's the only way.
It's the only way. You got to go that late game, bro. You got to make that late game arrive very soon for ONIC.
Okay, I see 2 leather jerkins. This promise, gentlemen. I see some progress on the Terizla. Unfortunately, he's 2K behind. Even though some of the cores here on the side of ONIC Philippines are still catching up against Twisted, the problem that they have right now is they don't have anything against the Akai, especially after the Radiant Armor, Super Prince, and Kelra. They don't matter to Sensui. Matter of fact, he is the answer against these two.
So it's a game of buying time here for ONIC and Twisted. They have to know they're running on the clock here.
Yeah. Okay, full vision already provided by the Yisun Shin of King Kong. Show the Twisted Minds are heavy onto the bottom side. Sensui, he knows he can just go in front. At this point, he's the sub-roamer. Or at times, even in the position, he's the main roamer for Twisted Minds. Look how deep he is right now. Closer and closer to the enemy lines of ONIC. And it looks like it'll be a slow, painful loss for ONIC in this game, as Twisted Minds can just continue this unless they make a mistake.
Yeah, but Twisted is coloring the map right now. They have full control of all ONIC's terrain. Suido, look at the damage.
Ouch.
It's non-existent.
They can't even make a dent. He's gonna regen that in like 5 seconds.
Yeah, that Akai hurt that Juicin more than the Juicin hurt the Akai.
Yeah. I'm gonna pose an insight here as to why Kirk picked up the brute force. Maybe he doesn't want like getting chain stunned from the heavy spin.
He wants to be able to move.
Yeah, with the tough boots and the brute force, you are still able to like use the penalty zone to get out of it. The problem is, it's not the crowd control that you're worried about. It's about notwithstanding the damage of Twisted Minds right now.
Sean,
he goes to the Dreadnought route.
Yeah.
No way.
He built the Dreadnought earlier. He didn't go straight for the Blade Armor, so superior utility right now on this Terizla that's 4 levels behind the CC.
Yeah, there you
King
go.
Kong is neck and neck with Sensui in terms of the levels. Super Friends, Brusco, Kelra all losing the level lead against their counterparts.
You know what? You're right. There's a good chance this goes to 3.
I guess that's a signal that they want to play it late. They don't want to fight right away. They know they don't have the advantage. They're going to try to choose it either way. They have to. There's no choice. Twisted is not going to give them any choice. You have to take the fight right now.
Oh, massive traction. Pulse Kaloi goes into the title. Strikes and Nami Slam combination.
Ouch.
Very clean by Twisted. Dive under turn, but look at that.
Kelra?
Okay, Kelra with the Salmon Force. Is it going to be enough damage? The Super Friends was able to set it up for this Harris. No, it's not. Sensui took a lot, but that only took down 40% of his health.
Not even. 30, 35, 30 to 35. That was the full Zaman force of the Harris. That speaks of how insurmountable this fight is for ONIC. It's kind of hard for them to take down any hero.
Yeah, it's a 4v5.
Kaloi fight counter, and look at the heavy spin by Sensui. Twisted Minds, just when you thought they were down and out for this series, they get the clap back, and Nosha gets the snipe onto the monster mage. Twisted have ran down ONIC, and just when you thought the gods would be able to turn around, King Kong is holding, but he cannot survive. Point blank snipe by Nosha. A triple for him and a game 3 for all of us.